Hey, it's your girl, Allison Williams.
Hi, this is Beth.
Hi, this is Cindy Mizell.
Hi, this is Tony Walker.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Darian Dean.
Hey, everybody, this is the Queen of Philadelphia, Tangeray Hayward.
Hey, everybody, this is Yazira, and you're listening to Troy Saunders on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Bass Entertainment Podcast. It's your boy, Troy. Yes, you know what? This brother right now is one of the hottest brothers on the indie scene. His latest album, like a November, is it's like on the top of the charts, especially in the UK. So, you know, unfortunately, we got to get warmed up here in the US, but he's doing good in the US too. It's 12 on the Amazon charts. So I'm going to dig back a little bit to 2018. Oh, matter of fact, let me tell you, I didn't say his name. His name is Desmond Parson. I'm digging back to 2018. I'm going to let you hear this right now. This is called One Chance. Check it out.
Don't deprive me, the chance me to live out my fantasy. To be with you, wish that you could see what we could be. The only thing I need is just one chance, girl. Give me one chance and I bet that you would love me. All I need is one chance, girl. Give me one chance and I bet that you would love me. You would love me. Give me one chance and I bet that you would love me. You would love me. All I need is one chance, girl. Give me one chance and I bet that you would love me. You would love me. Just trust when I say that I'll make it worth your while. All I need is just a few precious moments of your time. Don't let this moment slip away and wonder what could have been. Just give me one chance. Just give me one chance. Just one chance. Just one chance. Put your search for love to an end. Give me one chance. You don't want to miss, but I've got a store. So, girl, give me one chance and I bet that you would love me. You would love me. You don't want to miss, but I've got a store. Give me one chance and I bet that you would love me. So, girl, give me one chance and I bet that you would love me. You would love me. Give me one chance and I bet that you would love me.
Yeah. That's called One Chance, y'all. And without further ado, I just want to introduce you to one of the baddest brothers now in indie soul scene. His name is Desmond Parson.
Thank you. Peace.
How you doing, sir?
Me. I'm fantastic, brother. How are you?
Hey, I can't complain. I'm doing
All
good.
right.
You know, I'm above ground. That's good.
There you go. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And viewed. Yes, sir.
So congratulations on your success. You know, if y'all didn't know, the album Like a November came out last Friday. And already it's like number one on the UK soul charts. And also the single is a single out with what's her name?
Anna Serve.
Anna Serve, right. That's also top of the charts over there in the UK. So
Yes.
how you feel about all that goodness?
I am fantabulous about that. I'm so excited, so overwhelmed. And again, before we even get started, just want to say thank you to everyone involved with the making of the album. Thank my followers and fans for listening and following and supporting. So I am just, Sunday was my birthday. And so coming out of my birthday to see these chart numbers is just astronomical for me. So I am super fantastic.
Well, happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So you riding high.
Oh, I'm not down yet. Still up there. So.
This is going to be your birthday month. You're going to celebrate all month.
There you go.
And you know what? I was going to ask you, is your birthday in November? Because like a November, I said his birthday must be in November.
Yeah, that's part of the reason for the title of the album. But yes, sir. November 13th.
Okay. Well, my partner's birthday was yesterday, November 14th.
Okay.
So,
okay. Well, happy belated birthday.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell him.
That's what's up. Yes, sir.
So yes, let's get into it. So I hear you from the DC area. Were you born and raised in DC?
I was 1976 Northwest DC, not far from Howard University. So I was born there and raised right outside of Washington D.C. in the Mount Rainier, Maryland area. And so that's pretty much where I grew up. But yeah, definitely Northwest D.C. is the home base. It's where it all started.
All right. Shoot. Well, did you go to any what's that music school in DC that a lot of folks go to?
Duke Ellington.
Yes. Did you go to Duke?
I didn't. I actually went to Northwestern High School, which two notable people went to Northwestern. Of course, Jim Henson, who created the Muppets, and Len Bias, the basketball player, who unfortunately his life was cut short. But yes, so right outside in the Prince George's, Maryland, Prince George's County area of Maryland is where I grew up. Junior high school, and all of that. So,
were you a musician? Well, I saw I listened to on your second album there, you had a piece called Conversation.
Yes.
And you was talking about playing the piano, in your grandmother's kitchen and acting like you was playing the piano. You was just doing the hand movements and pretending you was Stevie Wonder.
Exactly. It was a coffee table. The coffee table was my first instrument, not in the way that someone would think where I'm like making beats on the table. I think I saw Stevie Wonder on an awards show. And I just had a vivid imagination. And so I didn't have a keyboard. So I used that coffee table as my piano, if you will. And for hours, I put on, Talking Book, Intervisions, or something like that, and just would pretend I was in full concert. Not only did I like Stevie Wonder, I became him. So that coffee table was my main instrument.
Well, who has it? I mean, Stevie Wonder, forget about it. I mean, I just sit down for hours and just listen to all the albums. Like some people just play the title. Please, I played from beginning to end, B-sides, the 45 inside.
Songs in the Key of Life.
Right, Songs in the Key of Life, right.
Yeah, I'm a wonderologist. I know all of them. I know them by
okay.
heart. So yeah, listen to all of them. Yes, sir. They were my textbooks.
Exactly.
So, I loved every second of it, and who knew that love for that playing that coffee table. Eventually, I got to a keyboard, and so from there, learning melodies and just it was a progression from the early '80s, of course, into the '90s and 2000s that led us here. But what a memorable moment in my life, because it was so astronomical. If you can see the actual albums behind me, those belong to my family, and these are the very albums that we were listening to, that I listened to coming up, and kind of made them part of my collection. But again, they served as my textbooks for albums, and just that love for music that I grew up. And I played with toys like every other kid, but that music bug was always there through the 80s, through the golden age of hip hop, early the 80s R&B scene with Lionel Richie, Luther Vandross, Michael Jackson. But that music stayed with me throughout the years, and so that brought us here.
And what a great place to be.
Yes, sir.
And what a great history, because I mean, you can't go wrong with any of those people. I was going to talk about your albums on the wall, but I'm just glad you brought it up, because I was like, yeah, well, I see a whole lot of Stevie Wonder, so I already knew that was your influence. And then I see Tina Marie stuck over in the corner over there a little bit.
Oh, yes.
And that's my girl too, you know. And then, you know, I see the Whispers down up in there, and a Teddy Pendergrass, and
yes,
who else I see on that wall over there? A Parliament Funkadelic.
all of this music. I mean, you know, I grew up, you know, I was a 3 in the late 70s. So I equate this music with good times, with because my family played it at family gatherings. So, you know, like you mentioned, Teddy Pendergrass, you know, of course, Stevie Wonder, all of these people, they played. And so when they, you know, went to work or did whatever they did, I was by myself for a good while. So I would put these albums on. And if you recall, in the 70s and probably before that, a record player, my grandmother had a record player, but it was like a cabinet where you lifted the lid up, and it's this huge
the
piece
console.
Of furniture. Yes. Yeah. Well, I called it a good stereo. That's where, you know, I had a little Fisher-Price record player, but it didn't give me the same tones as my grandmother's cabinet with the lights and the finished wood and all of that. And so I would carefully put those albums on, and it'd have a little arm so that you could play an album, but then also the other one be ready to go. It'll drop. Needle will drop on it. Oh my goodness. These kids will never know that
they don't know.
That was our playlist.
You can tell by this gray hair. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I got some in there. So trust me. Listen, that was just a wonderful time. The artistry, all of that, you know, those elements that, unfortunately, I mean, they're there. They're still here, but it's hard to find that element, that nostalgia of getting to a new project and going to the record store, taking the shrink wrap off and looking at the liner notes and that smell, you know, that whole experience. You know, now we get it on our phones and to our tablets or whatever, and now we're driving and doing what we normally do, and then the experience is cut short.
Yes.
You know, but back then it was just a whole vibe to go to the record store, bring it home, you know, and just sit. And like you said, I would listen to an album. I love the album cuts, almost sometimes more than the singles. Yes,
exactly. Matter of fact, I'm still doing the albums though. You know, I mean, you can't find as many as you could before, but if I can find something on the album, I'm getting it.
Oh, absolutely.
You know? And so I got a record player here, and we have another spot that I have a record player there too. So sometimes I got to buy 2 albums.
Yeah.
Plus all the albums that I used to have, you know, before, you know, they started going to cassettes and CDs and now on digital format. I mean, shoot,
right.
And forget about CDs. I got like thousands of CDs downstairs in the basement. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, listen. I mean, that was just a wonderful time, though. I mean, even within in the CD era, still had that, you know, that whole experience of opening up that CD case and the art. I love things were appealing to my eye as well, because I would look at an album cover and I would just ask myself, why they pose like that? You know, what's the story behind this picture? Why did they choose this? You know, all of these different things. And so that just fed into the music that you were about to listen to. So I just love that.
And then I think about like when I found out that the person that shot the cover for Earth, Wind & Fire, That's the Way of the World, is the same person that shot the cover for Rufus and Shaka Khan's Rufus-Side's album.
Really? Okay.
And I said, oh, that's why they both in black and white, because that guy likes to shoot a lot of black and whites.
Oh, wow. I know that album cover. Wow. Isn't that something? I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. So I think, and I read, not to go in a rabbit hole, but I read the Earth, Wind & Fire book. Maurice White and Philip Bailey have written books. And that actual cover of That's the Way of the World, those guys are actually jumping on the bed. So it got them looking like they were in the air. So I wonder how they did that. But that, you know, just a little piece of trivia there. But yeah, that's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yep. So anyway, we want to go back to playing the piano because we got all off the subject, right? But that's what this
Yeah.
conversation is about. That's what I love this podcast because we talk about a little bit everything as long as there's music involved. And if it's not, we veer off. We just bring it back around. But people need to, this gives people an insight on the artist, and
Right.
how they feel and what they went through and their life experiences. So,
Sure.
So when did you teach yourself how to play the piano?
I did, but I in the early stages, I had an uncle that taught me my first few melodies on my Casio keyboards. About the mid '80s, it was pretty much standard to go to like a Toys R Us or your regular toy store and find a little mini keyboard, and it wasn't anything super technical that you would go to Guitar Center for. A little Casio keyboard, play 1 or 2 notes at a time, and really more like a toy than anything else. And so he taught me about the sharps and flats, treble and bass, and little very elementary things. But it was the early '90s where I started taking formal lessons. But my ear, that was also early '90s is when I started to do my own ear training, and that's where I would just sit by the radio and had some basics, and I would just learn the melody of a song. Still, not. I always look at it as Superman's first attempt to fly or Spider-Man's first attempt to swing. Still a little choppy, still a little, still bumping in the walls and maybe falling out of the sky a little bit. But I was able to carve out some melodies there, and it was about the mid '90s to late '90s where now I'm taking a range. I can do arranging. I can actually start playing through a song and playing in church a little bit, but I had groups outside of church when I was in school that, we would go on stage and I would be the main keyboardist. So I would say the mid to late '90s is when the keyboard and I really were in sync enough for me to start even writing songs. And that was the true beginning.
All right. So between that time, the late '90s and 2018, what were you doing musically?
So around the early 2000s is when I started to be a part of the live music scene in the D.C. area. And that is when I started to, my first band was Out of Phase. And this was the full ensemble, drums, bass, of course, me on the keys. And so that was me cover songs, going up and down the highway in the D.C. area to different venues. But 2010 to be exact, is where I started to perform at major venues. The first around 2000 was a Clarion Hotel, which is not far from the National Harbor here in the Washington D.C. area, where we opened for the Dramatics around that time. So Tomorrow's Time was the band I was with at that time. So that, say, early 2000s till about, like you said, 2018 was me playing in different bands. Currently, I'm in a band now. My band is Soulfied Village, and we've been playing all throughout the Washington, D.C. area. But it was in 2018 when I ventured out to, I was always writing, but 2018 is when I began to merge and put together the first group of songs that would eventually include One Chance on Fruition on the first project. So, yeah.
So do you write the lyrics and the music, or do you collaborate with some other people, or how do you put that together?
I write everything: the lyrics, the music, the arranging. I had some co-writing along the way, but I'm pretty much the main co-writer, or the main writer actually. And it usually starts with the music. Mm-hmm. So, for instance, with One Chance was just the chord progression, and I just built around that, and I just let the music dictate what vibe that puts me in. I start to just create, maybe a storyline and just kind of see what fits rhythmically with what I'm saying. And that's the beginning of where the lyrics come in. So I've been the main for, I would say 98% of the songs that are out. I've been the main writer, composer and writer. And
when you're in these groups, you're the lead singer also?
I'm sorry, in the band?
Yeah, in the band.
Well, there are other vocalists in the band. I am one of 4 vocalists. So it's like Soulfied Village is like a Parliament Funkadelic where you have the various vocalists that'll take lead on a song. I'm the music director and keyboardist, but there are various vocalists. Now, we did do earlier this or late summer, Stevie Wonder review. So that said, I pretty much took over that set.
I'm sure you did.
But yeah, but it's a revolving door of vocalists with the band. But yeah, I mean, Soulfied Village has been in existence since 2014. And that's pretty much been the premise, is that, you know, the band, similar to Parliament Funkadelic, where you have the musicians are the musicians and the vocalist is a revolving door, but, you know, 9 times out of 10, I'm one of the 3 or 4 vocalists on stage. So that's pretty much how it's been. So
cool. You know, let's go to another song.
Okay.
I'm thinking about You're All Mine.
Yes.
We're gonna go to that one. What went into that one? What was the thought processes? How did you come up with that one?
Well, it was a chord progression that I had right after the release. As a matter of fact, You're All Mine is the next release after Fruition. Mm-hmm. So actually, right in this very room is where I wrote that song. And again, it started with the chord progression, and I let the music dictate what I want the song to be about. So, you know, for instance, you know, in layman's terms, the C major chord, you think up, you think happy, you think peaceful. C minor is kind of melancholy, sad. But this chord progression I had a Michael Jackson, like Thriller, Lady of My Life type of vibe, or Janet Jackson, Funny How Time Flies When You're Having Fun vibe. And just a celebration of love. I like the theme of love and just the idea of, I don't want to be put in one box as a writer, but I do love a celebration of love songs. I think, you know, in this era, they're hard, you know, far and few between. So I try to, you know, with my writing style, pay homage to those that have come before us, but also put my spin on it. So actually, You're All Mine is one of my favorite songs to perform, and one of my favorites, you know, my own catalog. They're all like my kids, but that one is one of my favorites.
Well, me too. That's why I picked it out to play.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You know, so what else great to say? Oh yeah, like you were saying about love songs. I'm like, yeah, I mean, that is so missing in today's music. I'm, you know, like Stevie said, love is in need of love today. I'm like, come on now. Absolutely. Yeah, so anyway, we are going to play this song. It's called You're All Mine. I hope you'll enjoy it as much as we do.
for me. Can't nobody disturb this groove 'cause you're mine. But steady, love like yours is so hard to find. I'm glad that you're mine. When I wake up in the morning, when I lay down at night, I'm so glad about it. I'm so glad about it. You don't know what you do to me. In the world of your ecstasy, and I'm glad about it, so glad about it, yeah. So glad that and it's even why you wait for me. And it's even why you wait for me. That's even why you wait for me.
I definitely hear those references to like funny how time flies, and yeah, I get that vibe.
Oh wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I love those songs. 9 times out of 10, I have a point of reference in mind when I write. Again, paying homage, but not copying, but
Right.
paying homage in some way. And I'm just inspired, by these artists. And so that one just happened to it gave me an 80s feel. And it was even one of the effects that I put on a keyboard that gave me that 80s kind of DX7 keyboard patch type of a feel that just was reminiscent of the 80s, of that 80s R&B scene. And yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, me too. So let me ask you about the vocals. Did you go to any vocal training, or you just taught yourself listening to Stevie Wonder?
Well, both actually. I did study formally at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. I was a music minor, and I studied voice, studied piano, studied theory, and so all of those elements definitely helped me along the way. Particularly, it was very formal, and so you wouldn't think that singing very operatic with the concert choir would lend itself to my vocal ability or vocal training on the R&B side. Very, very, very instrumental. So yes, I did study voice, and would like to continue to study voice. There's always some things to learn and grow. And that's one of the things that I've learned along the journey, is that you never stop learning.
No.
And so, yeah, definitely one of the things that have helped me along the way is just keeping my mind open, and YouTube, or just talking to other people to just to help my craft. And so definitely that I did take that formal training, and it paid off in dividends.
Well, that formal training is, it's the basis to everything, your breathing and, your air. I mean, that form of training, you can put it in any type of music, and
absolutely.
And it's
absolutely.
useful.
And even in speaking, I mean, it's, before we started the recording, there was some exercises I did I wanted to loosen up my muscles. I mean, it's your voice is like a muscle, and you have to train it just like you do with the other parts of your body, and you're staying healthy. All of these things, a vocalist, even a musician, you got to take care of your body, and your body is an instrument as well. And so, just having that respect and not just wanting to just sing. I love it for the art, and it's like, how can I not so much be better than someone else, but how can I take what God has given me, cultivate this thing, and see how far I can go with it. So that I just love just continuing to learn and grow, even on the technical side on the recording. But yes, going back to your question, I did study voice and just like, wow, some things I just didn't know going into it. But yes, sir.
Well, I'm thinking about another song that's was a single called "I Pledge."
Mm.
Now,
yes,
that sounds like a wedding song. Were you getting married around that time?
No, but but I did. I was thinking of a wedding. I guess I had a wedding in mind when I wrote that. So a lot of the times when I write music, I don't have an idea of what I want it to be about. So the music for I Pledge, not the actual recording that you hear, but just that chord progression, I had written that maybe back in 98. And so, years later, here I am just playing with that same progression and just like, you know what, I've always had this. I just, what does this make me feel like? And so, again, using that method of playing the chords and just almost like a Al Jarreau or someone just, kind of fiddling with syllables as the chord progression is as I'm playing it until I mouth words that just seem like they fit in that chord progression. And so that's where I Pledge came from. And then, the music itself just makes me feel like there's like a beach wedding, or an outside spring wedding feel. And so I just kind of built the lyrics around that. And so again, going back to, like I said, that celebration of love and just having those songs that people can, like milestone songs. And to me, that's one of the ones that, again, that's one of my favorites as well. And I just love it. But that was a single we put out last May. May of last year, yes.
See, great minds think alike.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to get into it. Listen to this, y'all. So once again, this is I Pledge.
I can't lose this piece of heaven that was solely sent down for my pleasure. How can I stay in this heaven with you forever?
That's a beautiful song right there.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you know what? You can hear the growth in the music throughout the years. You know, from the 2018 to 2020, 2021 to the latest project, you hear a progress. It's becoming more orchestrated. It has more fullness than it did in the beginning.
Thank you for pointing that out. And that is very, I certainly agree with that because, again, I use what was at my disposal, but, you know, that it's just a journey that I'm on. Of course, you know, coming in, and I say this so that there are other artists out there that, you know, think you need to go to a studio. And while that's, if you can afford it, that's great. But with technology now, you know, they have even apps you can record on your phone. But for instance, for One Chance and You're Part of Your Own Mind, that was done on my iPad. Now, I did use real instruments, but I just used the, instead of I didn't have a computer at that time. And so I used what was at my disposal. So both on the technical side and the creative side, you're right. There is a progression. And so, you know, I appreciate my listeners for supporting me from the beginning because we're on this journey together. So I certainly agree with that sentiment, bro, that it is a journey and, you know, humble beginnings, but, you know, here we are. So,
hey, but the good thing is that you didn't let, shall we say, the lack of having all the most expensive equipment or whatever stop you for putting anything out, you know, and following with your dreams. And, you know, so you don't need, especially nowadays, you don't need to have a whole elaborate system. Sometimes you just need to put your foot in the door, you know?
Hey, David slew Goliath with a slingshot, not an AK-47, and you know, and the huge weapon. He had, you know, 5 smooth stones. You know, so again, you know, use what's at your disposal. And so, you know, we're in a time where with technology now that you can do such things. You know, I've networked and done duets with people I've never met. You know, and physically that is
right.
And so, you know, that is just the wonderful time that we're in. And but yeah, that was one of, again, you know, you playing all my favorites, bro.
See, like I tell you, great minds.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I Pledge. And then I was going to go to Mend the Pieces. That's another one of my favorites. Now, off of that was like an EP that you put out earlier this year.
Correct.
And that had Possibly on it. And Possibly got so many remixes.
Yes, that's the first true remix out of all of my songs. But yep, I enjoyed that whole Resolution project earlier this year.
That led us up to the latest album. But before we get to the latest album, I still want to play Mend the Pieces.
Okay,
is that all right with you?
That's cool with me, bro.
All right, so like y'all know, listeners, y'all know what we do here. We go back. We want you to know what went into making of the latest album. We want you to know also the history of the artist and the history of his music, because some of you might have only just started hearing about him recently and you don't know these other projects is out. This way we can get some, you know, love on those earlier projects also. So go down to wherever you listen and stream and download and, you know, support this brother, support his earliest albums, his earliest singles, and as well as the latest one, you know, because
I appreciate that.
They all worthy.
Wow. Thank you, bro. I appreciate the plug. I appreciate that love and support. Honestly. Thank you.
No, you got it, brother. So we're going to go to the earlier this year, the EP that came out, and this is a song off of it called Mend the Pieces.
I've been savaged, I've been slaved with these feelings left to hold. that being true would leave me in the cold. But here I am, half a man, searching for my soul. Hoping you can lead me to a love I used to know. And I need you to do it right now. Need it bad as yesterday. Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? I need you to do it right now. Need it now and right away. Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? Can you mend it so that it will never fall apart? Never fall apart. Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? To this broken heart. Can you mend it so that it will never fall apart? And I need you to do it right now. Need it bad as yesterday. Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? And I need you to do it right now. Need it now and right away. Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? Trusting you, know what to do with the learning of my past. Where I've been before. Hoping you do all you do to make this love last forever. Now it's time for a change to the best I ever had. And now I know it's time for you to take these feelings out this bag. And I need you to do it right now. Need it bad as yesterday. Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? I need you to do it right now. Need it now and right away. Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? To this broken heart. Can you mend it so that it will never fall apart? Never fall apart. Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? To this broken heart. Can you mend it so that it will never fall apart? And I need you. And I need you to do it right now. Need right now. It's yesterday. Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? And I need you. And I need you to do it right now. Need to mend this broken heart of mine. Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? Tell me, can you put it back together? Can you put it back together? Can you mend this broken heart of mine? I need you to do it right now. Need it bad as yesterday. Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? To this broken heart. And I need you to do it right now. Need it right now in the worst way. Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart? And I need you to do it right now. Need it bad as yesterday. Can you help me mend the pieces to this broken heart?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That needs some hand claps.
Thank you.
When you go into the upper register there, that sounds like a little MJ influence up in there.
Absolutely. There were so many influences on that particular song. First of all, thank you so much for that. I think the song of inspiration behind that one, I was thinking of Beauty by Drew Hill. The harmonies that they had on that song. And so, again, 9 times out of 10, I'm inspired by something I heard. It's just, it's nothing new under the sun. And so I've always, even sounds can serve as my muse, but there's always a song, a point of reference. And, thank you so much for that. So, again, great minds think alike, bro. That's outside of possibly from the Resolution EP, Mend the Pieces is definitely, that's actually the song that kicks that project off. And so I love that.
Yeah, it's a bad jam. That's a bad jam right there. And if you didn't realize it, if you notice, I'm talking to the listeners that we are calling this the November chill. Yeah. And how aptly that his album is called Like a November. And the people that we have on in November, I'm calling it the November chill. First we had David Sosa, and now we have Desmond Parson, and then we have Daryl Anders from Agape Soul coming in. So them some smooth brothers right there. So
salute those brothers. Absolutely.
This is the November chill for real. There's so many bad songs. I want to just get them all out. I'm saving possibly for later on when we do the latest album, even though it was on the one previously, but I'm going to play the remix. But I got to play Okay.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Another bad jam right there. Macklin. And then y'all did a live version on Instagram, didn't you?
We did. And actually, that is the first time we actually met in person. So it was a impromptu meet and greet, and since we were meeting and greeting, let's sing our greatest hit, if you will. So yeah, that was just an awesome time. Again, shout out to Macklin who brought me in on that project, and it's just what it stood for and what he was just so significant in my career, actually, because he reached out to me. A lot of guys are guarded, and, he was very open with me and just wanted to network with me. And I found out something. He taught me some things about the business, and, came full circle when he asked me to be a writing partner on that song, Okay, which was released in May of this year. And just what a blessing that was to not only be a part of it, but to, share the song with just, he's my little brother. I've learned so much from him, and the fact that he reached out to me was just an honor. But yes, sir. Again, just love what it stood for: mental health, and we all need to ask that question, to our brethren and to ourselves. Are you okay? And so, just love what it stood for, and it's one of my favorite songs as well.
Yeah. Hey, shoot, y'all look like brothers.
It's the beard game.
It's the beard game, right?
Yes, that's what it is for sure. But good guy, and we got a chance to grab a quick bite, and right outside of that restaurant, you know what? Let's do it like they did back in the day on the street corners. Let's just go into our song. That was just the whole vibe that evening.
Well, if it's still up there, y'all go check it out. Go on to I am Desmond Parson on Instagram and scroll down to one of those videos and check it out. But until then, you're going to listen to the recorded version, which is just as bad. And this is Okay.
To you, I know life ain't been no crystal stair for you. You've been going through and just keep going through, and everyone you know tells you get over it. But I wanna be here for you. Take your time to heal and make some time for you. Though the problems may be hard, no, I'm in it for you. I care all about where you will be after this. Even if I don't know how you feel, I know that pain can be real. No matter the weight of it, be sure to breathe. Just be. Until then, I don't care how long it takes. I just want to make sure you're okay. Okay. I don't care how long it takes. I just want to make sure you're okay. shell of who you were. To the point your future plans are now just a blur. I'm here to help your vision be unobscured. See better than before. At the end of the day, know that you are cared for. Hear when I say the problems you face, you're not facing alone. 'Cause I'll be right here, right by your side, to cry with you. I don't care how long it takes. I just want to make sure you're okay. Okay. Remember, it's okay. I don't care how long it takes. Tonight, I just want to make sure you're okay. You don't stay. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care. I just want to make sure. Take your time. Take your time. Okay. Take your time. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care. I just want to make sure you're okay. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care. I just want to make sure you're okay. I don't care how long it takes. I just want to make sure you're okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That has a little Stevie Wonder feel right there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Without question. Yes, sir.
That's Stevie all over it. Boop. Did Stevie write that song?
Yeah, again, I pull those references and I'm inspired. So, plus, I'm a wonderologist. So I just, again, I realize that I'm Desmond and not Stevie. So I, stay in my lane, but at the same time, I gotta, that song was calling for it. So I had to.
It was, yeah,
give
it was.
Give him a little bit of Desi Wonder.
Okay. I ain't mad at you. It came out great.
Thank you, sir.
So now we're going to come to the latest project, Like a November, which is number one. No, it's number 2 on the Amazon UK Soul chart. And number 12 on the Amazon US chart.
Yes.
So, y'all, go out and get this joint because it's just bad. Like we said, the progression. Now, the latest one is, if you like what you've been hearing so far, then you're going to love what you're going to listen to on like a November. Okay? Because it just gets better. So, I like Blue Now. Because it's kind of whimsical. It's funny. Like, oh, I'll put this on, It only costs $10, but
yes.
Yeah, but I wear it when I'm going to meet you. When I come see you, I'm going to put it on. I don't waste a. I don't want my incense because I got to breathe. So I put a little bit in, in the diffuser.
Yes, sir. Speak that. Yes, sir. Love it.
So I was like, I like this song right here, and apparently other people do too, because it's like number 5 on your Spotify lists of top songs.
Yes,
at this moment.
Yes, sir. I love it. I love it. It's atypical because you would think in R&B song you're going to talk about, of course, love. You're going to talk about love lost, love found. Love for yourself, maybe even love for God. And so, the whole Like a November is, I wanted to, long story short, I wanted all of the songs to feel like they're inside songs you listen to this time of year. Blue Now was a set that I found actually around October, November when I was a teenager. I think I got it from my mom. Never smelled anything like that before. And now I'm a teenager, so I didn't know that they used to say a little dab will do you. I think I
taking a bath in it.
Cleared that whole bus stop, but I cleared the bus stop. But just a beautiful scent, and as I was making the songs that would ultimately be a part of Like in November, again, that same method of letting the music just kind of tell me what it should be about, mouthing words. And so Blue Nile ended up being one of the words that it fit in that rhythm. And so I wrote from just my admiration of it. Of course, like you've been studying this, bro. I appreciate you. That first verse was just, I could have rocked any kind of cologne, but the vibe of this one stood alone. I mean, it was just one of those things where, this is nice. And I put it on, and I think the main thing was that the girls in school was loving it. And so I said, this is going to give me an edge. And so fly when I put it on, but I learned my lesson, just 2 drops because the scent is strong. And so, yeah, that's one of my favorites. That's actually one of my, like you read my mind, that's one of my favorites off of the album.
Like I said, musical minds know, they pick up on what.
Sir.
So I'm a musical mind. I'm like you. I've been studying those songs and studying artists and studying Stevie and so I think I have a good ear.
Yeah, you do, bro. It's just wow. Yeah, you really went in, bro. I appreciate that, and I think to date, I don't know if anyone has ever gone inside my music like that. So salute to you, bro. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you. That's what I do over here. That's why Jay Ross like, yo, I want you to interview this person. I want you to interview that person because he knows.
Oh my goodness.
That I'm
gotta shout out Jay. Yes.
Jay, brother man, love you, bro.
Yes. Yes.
So we're going to get it. We talked about it. Now we're going to play a little Blue Now. And this is off the latest album, Like a November. And I hope y'all like it as much as I do. I think it's a beautiful song. And I love the message, even though it's just, it's just a life thing. You feel like it actually, like he said, it was part of his life. So you feel like it's you learning more about him. So yes. That's what I love about it. It's
Thank you.
Autobiographical.
Very much so.
So here we go.
That's what we used to wear. I still wear it. I could have rocked any kind of cologne, but the vibe of this one stands alone. One of the flyest I've ever known. At $10, yeah, I had to own. Was already feeling fresh to death. But I thought that something else was left. Needed a scent to put on myself. Left the usuals on the shelf. And I'm so fly when I put it on. Just 2 drops cause the scent is strong. So fly when I put it on. I can rock it all day long. So fly when I put it on. Just 2 drops cause the scent is strong. So fly when I put it on. I can rock it all day long. No incense smoke cause I'm trying to breathe. So I put a little dab in my potpourri. 4 drops is about all I need. To have the whole house smelling just like me. This is a scent that you can't deny. You can even smell it when you go outside. Don't take my word, yeah, you gotta try. Cause rockin' Blue Now, yeah, it's just a vibe. And I'm so fly when I put it on. Just 2 drops cause the scent is strong. So fly when I put it on. I can rock it all day long. So fly when I put it on. Just 2 drops cause the scent is strong. So fly when I put it on. I can rock it all day long. I put this on when I think that I'm gonna see you. It's true. I put this on when I think I'll see you. So fly when I put it on. Just 2 drops cause the scent is strong. So fly when I put it on. I can rock it all day long. So fly when I put it on. Just 2 drops cause the scent is strong. So fly when I put it on. I can rock it all day long. put it on.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
I think I used to wear blue now too.
Really? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm like, that sounds mighty familiar.
Yeah, it was right up there with Egyptian musk. And,
Yep.
a couple of the other ones that, the Blue Nile is that is out of sight. That's some stuff right there.
Yep, I used to wear blue now. That's what made it so funny to me. I was like, wait a second. Now you made me want to go look for it again. I'm gonna go down to the oil man and see if they still got it.
Well, you know what? It's still out there, and actually, as a matter of fact, we're getting ready to not only, in addition to selling of course, the digital album that's out on all the platforms, we're going to be. We have the physical copies of the CD, limited edition. So when you get the CD, you'll get a small vial of the Blue Nile.
Oh, see.
Yes, sir.
See, now
Yes,
definitely,
sir.
I got to go get the CD now. When they're gonna be ready?
That's going to be ready within the next week or so. You'll be able to get that through my Bandcamp link, and so it'll be there in the merch section. And so, limited edition CD. The CD actually comes with a few additional tracks. The instrumental version of what we just heard, the Blue Nile, and then they come through November. So you get those instrumental tracks, and then there's a track also there. Just thanking my fans, my followers, for the support of the album, and shout out to everybody, who was instrumental in making it. So I wanted to create that experience of, again, those folks behind me that had those album credits and you went in and you studied it. You studied those albums. I wanted to create that a product that you can hold in your hand.
Yeah.
Plus, then there's some people maybe never smelled Blue Nile, and so now you can smell and understand, what Desmond is coming from with it.
Well, you know what? That's going to get people to buy it even more so. They're like, wait a second, now I got to find out about this Blue Nile. The ladies going to want to get it, for their man. Like, oh, Desmond wears this. Let me. All right, I see. They can fantasize a little bit.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I think that's a great idea. I want to get it just so I can wear it myself. I was like, wait a second, let me reminisce.
Yeah,
Put
I'm
this
telling
Blue
you,
Nile
it
on.
takes me back. I don't wear it, too often, but because it's one of those things where you put it on, and you only need a few drops. Depending upon where everybody's body is different, but or you can use it as a diffuser. Put it in a little potpourri. My mom used to have a little pot that we used. Just mix it with a little water. Oh,
That's
your whole
it.
house is going to be rocking.
I used to do that too. Put a little drop in the diffuser.
Yep.
And then sometimes you put a little candle on, but that kind of burns it a little bit.
Yeah, that'll burn it.
burn
But
it, yeah.
Mixing it with that water, that slow simmer. Oh my goodness, for that whole day, you be taken care of.
Yo, be on the lookout. Within the next couple of weeks, going on over to the Bandcamp, Desmond Parson Bandcamp, and be on the lookout to get that audio CD with a little vial of Blue Nile.
There
Yeah.
you go. Thanks for that plug, bro.
Yo, you got it. I'm gonna go get me mine. So y'all better get yours also before they all gone.
Yes, sir.
So another song, if you notice, when I do your advertisement saying that you're gonna be on this Friday, I played Triumphant.
Okay.
And that's another song I like off this album, and I just wanted people to hear a little bit of that. We're gonna go to Triumphant, the Possibly remix, and then the latest single, Something Kind of Sweet.
Yes.
Sounds good?
Sounds good, brother.
Because I could be on here all day, but people are like, wait a second, when is this damn podcast going to end? But I'm hoping they enjoying it and don't mind listening to it in an hour and a half. So
Got you.
but I want to get them the full experience. So
Gotcha.
that's why, I'm once I get started, it's hard to stop. Like Shaka said, once
feel you,
you
bro.
get started, I just
Oh my
can't
goodness,
stop.
I love that one. Yes.
That's my girl too. I love her.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go to Triumphant. Once again, y'all, this is off of Like a November. That's out now. So if you like what you're listening to, going out there and download it, share it. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't be stingy. Tell somebody about it. Say, hey, yo, I heard this new guy, Desmond Parson, and I want you to check out this latest album and play it for some people. That's how it is. You got to tell somebody. I got to tell somebody. Then they got to tell somebody. Then they got to tell somebody. And before you know it,
That's right.
the word is out and the music is saved.
Teach one. Yes, sir.
Save the music, y'all. Save the music.
Yes.
So here we go. Triumphant. That's right. Ending with them harmonies now.
Yes,
And what I want to tell you is that I love the album cover.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No, I love the burning, the orange in the trees and the leaves that's falling, and then it's almost going into winter with the blue on the top.
Yes. Want to shout out. He goes by Seamless on Instagram. I found his work, and he took a photo of mine that I actually shot myself. It's a selfie, and he took that selfie and just I told him my favorite colors and my concept for the album and what it stood for, and he took it from there. So the leaves and the fire and the trees there, the orange. I love that. I just love this time of year. I love fall, and so and then you can see the winter's coming. So it's a telling, and that, again, that's just paying homage to those album covers of old. Stevie Wonder's Inner Visions. Michael Jackson's Off the Wall. I mean, just the album covers that almost tell stories in and of themselves before you even hear any music from the album.
Yes. So yeah, I love the colors. They just pop.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
So like when I put it on advertisements, I noticed, I was like, wow, I love the way it just stands out. So,
yeah, he really did his thing on it. So I love it. And those are actually blue and orange are my two favorite colors. And so he really made it come to life. He took that concept and he just went with it, and so I love it. It's actually one of my favorite covers.
Well, you know what? That album cover alone is going to get you a few more sales. You know that, right?
I'm hoping so.
You know,
wow, I didn't even think about it like that, but yeah, I'm hoping so.
Right, because it stands out. People are like, "Wow, what is this?
Wow,
this is beautiful." Maybe I need to pick this up.
Thank you. You know what? I wanted this to be an album experience. I wanted it to be something that just stood out, and even the song like Blue Nile was just, I was taking a chance because I was stepping out of what I would normally sing about, and so I wanted this to be, and I'm just going to continue to use Stevie Wonder, but like an Inner Visions, if you will. I would never be able to be called to do something on that magnitude, but to make my contribution to music. You know what I mean? And so I wanted this next project, shout out to everybody who loved Resolution. I wanted this next project to just be, its own thing.
Well, definitely. Well, even with the album covers, you can see the progress and the changes and, how things from fruition, which just seemed like, you took a whole bunch of snapshots.
Right.
And put it up there. And then to this one, was it so professional?
Wow. Thank you, brother. I wanted this to be official. I truly wanted this to be an official, and like we were talking earlier, it's a progression. So from the visual to sonically, I wanted things just to be authentic. I wanted it to be, it's going to be subjective to the listener. So some people won't like it one way or the other, but I wanted it to be a project that just stood on its own and it was taken seriously. You know what I mean? And so I needed, like you said, from the album cover, I wanted that to just be like, woo, like, what is that about? What is going on? And, before they even heard a note from the album, what's the concept behind this? And so, that's what I wanted for Like in November.
Well, you succeeded, bro.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Now, we are going to possibly. Now, I know all of you have heard, if you haven't, you're going to be reacquainted with it now. You're going to hear it now. But we are going to play the album version that's off of this album, which is the remix, which has like it already has a hip hop feel to it. Just like Blue Nile to me has a hip hop feel to it. That's that influence in there. And possibly this version has a hip hop version. And Kojo, what's his last name? Snowden. He's doing the rap on it, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, so it has a little a rap on there by Mr. Kojo Snowden, and he's doing the damn thing also. So I just wanted to play this version because I wanted everybody, to hear the newer version of it and get into it. What made you want to do so many different versions of Possibly?
Well, it was at the urging of a DJ from the UK, DJ Silverhawk. Shout out DJ Silverhawk. The spring of this year, Possibly was just doing really well. To date, it was one of my biggest singles of 2022, and he suggested I do a remix. And I wanted to continue to push the envelope in terms of my artistic muscle, but at the same time, I wanted the same vibe. So I'm thinking more of a Tribe Called Quest. If you notice, there's a flute on there. So shout out Ashley Watkins, who's also a part of this. So that's a live flautist who is playing throughout the song. And so I wanted kind of a neo-soul hip-hop kind of fusion. And so, I mean, Kojo just went to town, and, you know, I wanted to vocally try to just be a little different. Not the same lyrics. It's a whole different concept, but the actual concept is still there. I'm trying to vie for somebody's love. I want to be your cup of tea. I want to be your it. I want to do it for you. You dig? And so that's the concept for both possibilities, the original and the remix. But this one just has that hip hop soul vibe.
Hey, yo, Des. Good looking, bro. This is the Possibly remix. Possibly, can I be your cup of tea? Every morning. You know, this one for the ladies right here. Possibly, can I be your cup of tea? Every morning. How you doing, baby? Can I talk to you for a second? Earl Grey, calamine, mint, and the honey. I just got 5 words for you. Girl, do you love me? Got the type of vibe to make my dark days sunny. Man on the moon in tune, no kid cut it. Good music, but I don't deal with yay no more. Ain't dealing yay no more. No need to say no more. I just pray my Lord that I get paid like Forbes, cause I got drive like Ford and empty cups I pour. Hot flow, hot lyrics, liquid color of mocha. Splash your say, make that hot toddy a closer. You invited me over just to smell the aroma. This cup is sophisticated. This is not Arizona. This ain't Limpton the Brisk. This one here is a gift. Heard about it but never seen it. This is clearly a myth. This is real as it get, and you can feel how it hit. Come on and take you a sip. You got me all in the mix. Cup of tea. This time of day was made for us to come together, uninhibited. Every morning, expressing what's inside, cause there's so much to uncover. Let imaginations run wild. Every morning, who knew that all these things could be captured without touching? Although I wouldn't mind it all. Every morning, but rather without words, we embrace each other. And I've got to ask, possibly, can I be your cup of tea? Every morning, can I be your cup of tea? Every morning, possibly, can I be your cup of tea? In the early morning.
I like that remix. Once again, compared to the first version, it also has a fuller feel. It's a whole lot more things going on with it.
Absolutely, it is.
You know?
Thank you for that. Yeah. I can see. I see songs. I see music, and so even on the early onset, when we were making the initial beat, I kind of knew the elements. I knew I wanted the flute in there, and Ashley Watkins, who I've done shows with throughout the DMV. She's from the Maryland Eastern Shore, and so she's just a phenomenal flautist. And I just wanted that flute over that beat. That was one thing I saw even before we even did it. So, I didn't know how it was going to turn out, but I just, kind of like you want certain actors, you want in certain roles. Yeah. You don't know how it's going to perform at the box office, but I just see that, you know what I mean? And so that was one of the things. And then Kojo is just a phenomenal MC and vocalist, and so, rapper. And he did his thing, and so I just love how everything just came together. So that's Possibly Remix is just, it's its own thing, but it's the same concept as the original.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it came out beautifully. I love it.
Thank you.
Yes. So, matter of fact, you told my shows. Tell the people where you're going to be, where they can check you out.
Yeah, so my band Soulfied Village, we will be at the New Deal Cafe in December. Pardon me. We're looking at a few dates. We're on the schedule right now for December 3rd, but we may be doing the New Year's Eve show. And so we'll just stay posted to my social media, and we'll have that definitive date. But again, holiday parties are coming up, and so we'll be there. But next February 1st, I will be at the D.C. City Winery. There is a tribute to Rick James. And so that's going to be a huge stage. I'll be sharing with other vocalists in the area, and just so honored that they've asked me to be a part of this. And so I will be for that evening. I'll be Rick James.
All right.
Yes, sir. But
we won't add the explicitive at the.
Yes, sir. But yeah, we're always booking new shows. But yeah, the New Deal Cafe, DC City Winery. But just tell everybody to stay locked onto my social media. Every Tuesday, I do a Touch Base Tuesday to let folks know where I'll be and what's going on with the music, and just checking in with everyone. So just keep it locked, and we'll keep you updated on where Desi will be.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to start doing some other city dates.
Yes.
Yes,
we would definitely. That is definitely in the plan for 2023. I love being on the road. I love performing, and so you're definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, 2023 will be the start of us venturing outside of the DMV area and taking this thing on the road.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
So are any of these people that perform with you on the records, like Kojo and Anna, and will any of those people be going with you on the road? It's
possible, if probably out of that group of folks that you heard on the Possibly Remix, Ashley, who has been a part of done quite a few shows with my band in the past, and so that would probably be one of the two that will be. I mean, her flute playing is just astronomical, and always want to shout her out for her talent. So she's been with us, so there's a chances she'll do a few dates with us. And but anybody that's a part of the album, more than welcome to get on the bus with us.
Right.
And let's make it happen.
Well, I'm going to go to the latest #1 single before we get up on out of here. That's Something Kind of Sweet. And that has Anna Serve on it, right?
Yes. Shout out to Anna Serve, who is just a phenomenal vocalist out of the Atlanta, Georgia area. Again, like I said, through social media, technology, these are folks that, we've, come to know each other through Instagram and got the chance to know each other and vibe together. And she's just a great spirit, great person. and we were able to write this over the summer. Like I mentioned before, I have a lot of music that I just, at the time of creating it, I don't know what I want to do with it. So I'll shelve it. And so I began to look to create the album. Like in November, I came across this beat. I already had the bass and drum and the keys there. And I said, this sounds like something Anna and I could vibe with. So before I even knew what I was going to write about, I took a little short video and sent it to her and say, hey, Anna, this is going to be our song. Not knowing what in the world we were going to say. There wasn't a lyric there at all, but I just went on pure faith and energy. And around July of this year, I was just sitting at the poolside, and that idea hit me to compare someone just being a sweet person and just kind of making the analogies like you're sweeter than sugar. Yeah, you're sweet. Your honey wishes that it could be. And that's where the hook came from. And then from there, over about a month and a half, it took us going back and forth, and there it was. And so the very last piece of icing on the cake was that guitar from Joe Manchester, who I performed with before. And yeah, it just, that's what it was. And I just didn't think, out of my wildest dreams it'd be number one, but here we are. So certainly grateful. And yeah, something kind of sweet. That is sweet.
That is sweet.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
The title, Some Kind of Sweet, is definitely have dual meaning at this moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Something kind of sweet to me.
Okay. So
yeah.
I want y'all to check this out. And also go into Desmond's social media platforms. Check out where he's going to be and keep abreast on everything that's going on, because I know the brother's only going to get bigger and better as the years goes on. And I want y'all to be a part of it, because I know I want to be there. So
oh, wow. Thank you, brother.
Don't miss out. Right now we're going to play Something Kind of Sweet.
Something kind of sweet to me.
What's sugar is?
Something kind of sweet to me. Sweet to me. Can't beat your sugar.
You're what sugar is supposed to be. I never thought I could feel this way. I never thought I'd ever see the day when I could trust someone completely, taking all my fears away.
I never thought I could realize that having you in my life, I'd never need to find another, 'cause your loving has me mesmerized. Bring joy.
You bring joy, bring joy.
To you, no competition.
No competition.
Sweet to me. You're what sugar is supposed to be.
What sugar
I wish I had
is?
you in my tea.
Wish I had you in my tea.
'Cause you're something kind of sweet to me.
I think you're really dope, yeah, you're super fly. When you catch my eyes like a natural high. The butterflies fly in circles in my heart, 'cause you're my favorite thing.
If you ever see me at a loss for words, 'cause you got me floating like a hummingbird. Can't shake this buzz, you got me feeling, don't wanna come down. Bring joy. You bring joy. And you must know. You must know.
How I feel.
I feel.
Yeah.
What sugar is supposed to be. What sugar is supposed to be. That could be compared to you. No competition. No competition. Sweet to me. You're what sugar is supposed to to me. Something kind of sweet to me. It's supposed to be. You can't beat your sugar. Could be compared to you. No comp to me. Something kind of sweet to me. Yeah. You what sugar is supposed to be. I wish I had you in my tea. Compared to you, no competition. Cause you're something kind of sweet to me. No sugar ain't got it on you.
In my tea.
Something kind of sweet to me. No, we gotta do this again.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Something kind of sweet to me. Yeah, some kind of sweet to me, baby. What I want to say is thank you, man. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me, brother. I've been looking forward to this.
Yes.
I've been looking so forward to it. I love what you're doing. I love your support of artists. And I couldn't wait.
Well, I'm glad that, you was enthusiastic as I was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I went and I got dressed up and everything.
I see you got your collared shirt on. I'm sitting here with a hoodie.
No, I was like, this is official. I'm going to be on this thing. But I certainly appreciate it. And I thank you for, what you're doing. And, not only do you just ask questions, you actually go in and study. And that, I appreciate that because a lot of times, as artists, it's like you wondered if people are listening and, you actually pulled out some things that I actually was thinking about as I wrote them. So again, salute to you, brother. And thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. It's my pleasure. I love doing that. That's, I wouldn't be a musicologist if I didn't sit down and study. I'm just, how you going to interview somebody and don't know what's going behind it? You got to listen to it.
Exactly.
You got to,
Exactly. So you did that. But just an honor. And again, I'm just happy that people are enjoying this album, that it's, at the, number 2, number 1, all these different, oh my goodness. You had to mop me up off the floor, but just certainly grateful.
Well, it's well deserved because you put your heart into it.
Thank you, brother.
And I want to let y'all know, if you didn't know, we have been listening to Mr. Desmond Parson.
Thank you.
And going out there, y'all, and stream it, download it, and when it comes out for purchase it, and you get a little vial of Blue Nile. Yeah.
Yes.
Make your house smell good, make your body smell good.
Yeah, you never. Yeah, exactly. I mean, get that little vial of Blue Nile, a little dab of Duyan, and I just want you to hear the music, smell the vibe, and all that good stuff, and just make that an experience. You know what I mean? So please and thank you, ma'am and sirs.
Erica, she has a melodious voice there, boy.
She does. She's a young lady that this. The silver lining in this pandemic was that, it allowed me to, the only way that I could focus on my music was just to sit and be in here in the studio before the pandemic was so just hectic. And so as I'm in the studio, I'm also on social media, and I was doing covers. Just put them on Instagram, just like Stevie Wonder covers and covers of everybody you see behind me. And so we made our acquaintance in somewhere in 2020. And at some point I said, hey, she knows she did spoken word. I said, well, you know what, we should do something together. And you know how it is. It's kind of like talk and nothing really materializes. Time goes by. And so it was almost 2 years, and it was like summertime. I'm like, hey, summer of 2022. And I said, hey, we did say we want to do something together. So I had the track. And when I heard it, I just knew it was for her. And the rest was kind of history. My guitarist that's in Soulfied Village, Mr. Lee Flowers, is the guitarist you hear on that. And I saw these people. I didn't know what the end result was going to be, but I know I needed her to do her spoken word. I needed Lee to play the guitar. I'm I wanted to step back. If you think of You Are the Sunshine of My Life, Stevie Wonder's voice is not the first person you hear
right
as he starts out. You know what I mean? And so I wanted that same kind of concept where, you know what, step back, Desi. Just step back and let these other talents, you know, I wanted this to be like an inclusive kind of a deal. And so Erica just did her thing on it. She sounds and we spoke about the vibe and the concept of November and what this time of year means to me. And then she took it from there. And so I just love that end result. I love, and actually the album opens and closes with that same theme. Mm-hmm. And so I love it.
Yeah, I mean, she laced it lovely. It came out wonderful. And once again, we're talking about Erica Floyd. That's the young lady that you're going to hear.
Yes, she is just phenomenal.
On the Come Through November intro that I'm using as the outro.
Yes, all right. Yes, sir.
So I just want to tell you thank you again, man.
Thank you. I so enjoyed myself. And like you said, I could go on and on. This is, you know, I love music and, you know, I'm certainly proud of this project and, you know, I love talking about it at length. I love talking to music at length. And so it was just my pleasure.
So once again, Desmond, thank you, man. And
thank you, sir. And
I'm wishing you all the blessings and all the love and all the prosperity and all the goodness and continued success.
Thank you, sir. Same to you, sir. Appreciate you. Peace and blessings.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And you know what? Don't be afraid to come on back. Come on back whenever you want to.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. When we surface with our next project, we'll make sure, you know, me and Jay reach out to you and get something hooked up so we can chop it up again.
All right. I'm open.
All right.
So here we go, y'all. Oh, well, let me tell you, listeners, thank you. Thank you all for listening and continue this. And, you know, when I go and look into the archives, or not the archives, the analytics, I am so surprised to see people in South America and Australia and, of course, Japan and Africa. People are listening all over the world. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. You never know. You never know how it's going to reach. And of course, you know, London is in it. You know,
for sure.
So thank you all. Thank you to everybody all across the world that is listening to this podcast. I am honored and you know, it makes me want to continue doing what I do. I do it for the love, but to know that it's appreciated, it actually takes us to another level. So once again, we are going to go out with Come Through November. And good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you might be listening. And stay blessed, everybody.
Seasons changing, progressing to the next phase of maturity. As the leaves of trees change, we change, concealing ourselves, less transparency, since more layers are necessary. But in contrast, there's opportunity to get in closer proximity of one another. Since cooler weather, more snuggling together, synchronized rhythms, beginnings.
of creating our own heat, our movements melodious, on repeat. Soon longer nights, shorter days coming our way, blazing lavishly, linguistically in our love language we favor. More private time we savor. Behind closed doors, undercover, lower temperatures dictate we mull it over. Mulled cider and pumpkin spice scents wafting throughout, real nice. Mood content, fireplace, fire pits, quality moments, cozy settings of time well spent, appetites wet for comfort food to put us in a more mellow mood. Craving heavier meals to match the blanket of darkness that comes upon us with a quickness, beckoning intimacy, an early call to rest.